Hi, I'm Sara. I'm a feature photographer on the Apple website and an Aperture sponsored speaker. My images ship with the latest version of Aperture and are used by Apple in many of the marketing and training materials that you may have seen. I've done Aperture presentations all over the country, and now I have spent the last few months building a training specifically for wedding and portrait photographers. The training is a personal one-on-one training with me on how I use Aperture and how you can get the most out of this powerful software. I'm going to give you a tour of the site, and I'm going to explain to you how it's set up so that you can set your own file structure just in case you want to. The next thing I'm going to show you is how to customize your keyboard shortcuts and metadata presets. I'm going to go over importing and selecting images. And then I'm going to show you all the import settings that you need and the options that you have. I'm going to go through what my preferred settings are, and then we're going to talk about your metadata options when you're doing your import. I'm going to take you through the whole workflow from start to finish of how I do adjustments on images. We're going to look at the retouch tool, how to use the spot and patch tool using Photoshop in order to edit the images externally, and how Aperture is going to handle that image round trip, and how to take some of your favorite action sort of things in Aperture and apply them to different images as you're editing. We're going to talk specifically about exporting projects, and this may mean traveling, physically traveling with your images, but it also just may mean taking them from one computer and taking them to another computer. What you get when you export a project, how you export them. We're also going to talk about managing reference files, where your files are at, how you're going to move images using Aperture, relocating masters and consolidating masters. So there's a lot of creative ways you can be delivering images to your vendors. We're going to go over all of those. I talk about Apple TV, the iPhone, slideshows, iDVD, Pages, iWeb, and Mail. All the applications that you need in order to share and showcase your images. This next section is on books, which of course Aperture calls books, but in the industry we call them albums. And the first thing I'm going to show you is the standard template that comes and ships with Aperture. And you can see those templates and see if you want to use those, and we'll talk about the drawbacks and the positives to using those. And then I'm going to show you the really amazing tool of custom books, how to create custom sizes and think outside the box when it comes to books, because they aren't only used for album designing, but also used for prints, and you can even do an 11 by 17 spread or a 20 by 30, and we'll talk about all of those things. And then I'm going to show you how to get those out of Aperture and get them to your lab. The last thing that we're going to go through is the second shooter time sync. I know that's something that we all run across when we have second shooters and we forget to time sync when they show up. So I'm going to show you how to do that in Aperture. Please don't get overwhelmed. It's a lot of information. We're going to show you everything in depth. I'm really excited to share it with you. So check it out.